1, 2, 3.
The bigger picture. That is what you Hollywood stands for.
I push myself every single day to make
It's beyond anything else.
Which way the lights go? Better here, better there.
Hello, folks. I'm Tommy NC2010, and tonight we live from Western North Carolina. We have an electrifying show for you, and tonight we have on Burger Planet, the most electrifying YouTuber that goes live every single night, and his battery never dies, folks. This guy can go all night, and he can
Hey, get that at Walmart, $20.
Oh, jeez. Really? So how long does that make you... when you do these live broadcasts, how long can you do these broadcasts for?
How long can I do broadcasts for? I could do probably about... This is 18,200 mAh. I could probably do about 20 hours of broadcasting on, like, with this battery pack. It's only $20. Yeah.
Wow.
It's pretty good.
Jeez. Now, how long have you been streaming for?
I started streaming February 25th, 2015 on this site called YouNow because I had a friend that was using that site, so that's what was introduced to me when I first started. So I started with that. I was on there. It took me 8 months to become a partner, and that's when you can make money with them. And I broadcasted every day and did 2,000 broadcasts and for 8 months every day, and they finally made me a partner. But I wasn't making a very good percentage. They made most of the money, and I made like a small percentage of what the donations were. So I've since went my own path, and I've went my own way, like Fleetwood Mac said, and I've went my own way on YouTube, and I've never been happier. It's way better.
Now, I was listening to your broadcast, and you were talking to a gentleman and saying that you make close to $100 sometimes, at least, like 3 or...
Make 100. Sometimes I make more. Yeah, $100 a day on average. It's about. I don't even. I'm just starting to kind of build my community bigger. I've had a lot of growth in the last couple months because I've been trying to go link up with Ice Poseidon and meet up with him and Asian Andy and some of these other guys, Andy Milanakis.
I saw a live stream apparently that you did with Andy. Is it easy to work with Andy? Because I've interviewed Andy in the past.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I interviewed him.
Is it easy to work with him? Yeah, I guess so. I mean, yeah, he's a nice guy.
I don't know.
I mean,
I
don't know how they call it work. I don't know. I've never really worked with him. You know, we just hang out and talk and stuff. You know, it's not. I wouldn't call anything we've done working together. You know, we're just hanging out and trying to be friends. It's not like we've, written anything or, planned anything or anything. Like, I would like to in the future. He was saying he wanted to do some more Andy Milanakis show kind of stuff. So maybe he's going to make some new stuff like that. I don't know. Like some more man on the street kind of things and pranks and whatever.
Where does the name Burger Planet come from?
Well, a lot of people think it's because I like cheeseburgers, and that they would be correct. But it's my idea for it. I was thinking Pizza Planet. I like pizza, I love burgers. But then I was thinking kind of Burger Planet, and then another brick in the mold. Like, we don't need no education kind of thing. The kids are going down the assembly line, the conveyor belt into the meat grinder of the system. It's kind of more of a political statement that we're kind of a bunch of, just beef and meat thrown into the grinder of the system and churned out as uniform clones and slaves and things like that. But yeah, not as fun.
What is one of your most popular broadcasts or videos that you have done?
The most popular broadcasts I've been in was a few weeks ago with Ice Poseidon. He did this thing called UFC X, and it was on the same day as the Floyd Mayweather and McGregor fight, and he put McGregor Mayweather pre-fight, and that actually had 65,000 people watching live at the same time. So,
Jeez, have you
And
ever
then
had? Oh,
we ended the stream. It had 1.5 million views off that one stream. So that's the biggest stream I've ever been a part of. And I was kind of like the main attraction on that, besides Ice Poseidon. But he bought some guy for like one match, and he actually's got some pretty good hands. I was impressed.
now have you ever had trouble with swatting or anything like that when you have done your live broadcasts? Has that ever happened to you before?
Mostly just people. I haven't had anybody swat me. I don't live in a house, so I don't really have. I live in my van. I've been living in my minivan for a year, the past year.
Mm-hmm.
So I haven't had any issues with swatting. So I don't really have a residence. But sometimes I'll get callers. I've had a bunch of callers, and that's really just really annoying, and it really just ruins the show. It's just people that think they're adding to the content, but really they're just like messing it up. I used to go to Walmart and like do different voices for the Ninja Turtles and guys and stuff, the little toys and stuff, do different voices, and it was fun, and I was like under the radar, no one cared. And then like one of the last times I did a broadcast, there was 300 people watching me, and somebody called, and I guess they told the security guard that I was videotaping kids or women or something. The guy wouldn't tell me what they said, but it was something, said I was videotaping women or kids or something, and he was like, I thought he was going to tell me to turn the broadcast off, but he just said, just don't film anybody else. I'm like, oh, okay. Like, I really wasn't, but, I've had some harassing phone calls. I went to play drums at Sam Ash at the drum sets they have, and someone had called, they didn't know which drum place I was at, 'cause it was on Sunset Boulevard, and there's 3 different music stores. There's 2 Sam Ash stores and a drum guitar center. So they called all 3 places, I guess, and told them I was sticking drumsticks up my ass. So the manager's like, some like hippie-haired manager guy's like, excuse me, sir. I'm like, yeah, what's up, man? Am I playing the drums too loud or something? He's like, no, man, that's fine. He's like, what are you doing over here with the drumsticks? I'm like, I'm playing the drums with them? Like, what do you mean? Like, duh. He's like, well, we had multiple phone calls across the street at our other location, and the manager was informed that you were sticking drumsticks in your ass. What's going on with that? And I'm like, I didn't even go to the store over there across the street. Like, I was like, this is someone harassing me from this live stream. Sorry. He's like, well, you have to turn the live stream off then. I was like, I'll just go. Whatever. My bad.
Wow.
Sometimes where they'll call a restaurant and mess with me or something, try to say something stupid. Like, I don't know. It's really annoying. I wish people would quit calling, because sometimes it really, it's got me, I don't know. It's just not cool. But
Yeah, more of these. I see more of these streamers that go live, honestly, get harassed like this because of they give away their location, and sometimes I know streamers should probably just point their cameras down at their faces, maybe. And
yeah, I do that. But even like my places, they can call like if I went to Carl's Jr. and they called like 5 different Carl's Jr.'s or 8 different Carl's Jr.'s, they'll call every different one. Like, I don't know. A lot of times I try to eat outside and stuff when I go places so that they can't hear. If they can't hear the phones ringing, they don't usually call. So if I eat outside, that's usually better.
Oh, okay. What's the future for your
But I've
channel?
had people come and find me, stream snipe me, as they call it, stream sniping. Whenever someone goes and finds somebody that's doing a live stream, I've had multiple people do that, which that can be a little scary. Sometimes I get threats. People say they're gonna mess up my van, especially since I live in it. They want to harass me about that. And, since I live in a van, people say I'm, some kind of van rapist, or, I have a pedo van or something. They say, people just say mean stuff about you. It's definitely not true. But they've threatened to mess up my van, and they've threaten to come and find me and beat me up or hurt me or something. Like, that's just a daily thing, which was, I never had that problem. I only had like 20 to 60 viewers a day, but now that I'm getting more viewers, and it's like some of the people from Ice Poseidon's community, there's a lot of good people in the Purple Army, but there's some pretty toxic people too on Reddit and the Discord and stuff that say a lot of racist things, and it's unfortunate that they like it. And that's what you hear about mostly from the community. You kind of can, it sucks how a couple bad apples can like try to mess up the community, but most of the people are really cool. There's just only, you're going to have a couple screwballs or somebody that's like, try to mess up the fun,
What was your opinion of Ice Poseidon getting swatted?
He's been swatted like 20 times or something. I don't know. He gets swatted like once every couple weeks or something.
Now, what's
I don't know.
Oh.
I don't know. I wish they would stop calling and trying to harass us, because we're just trying to provide entertainment and content and trying to bring some kind of joy to people's lives. And sucks that there's like, some people out there that, they just need to grow up and quit harassing people. I mean, it's not a prank call; it's just harassment. It's what it is. But sucks.
What is the future
Well, yeah,
for
it's
your?
it's dangerous. I mean, a lot of times too, if the swatting, they might say something like, "Oh, you have a hostage. You're armed and dangerous. You're ready to, kill the police if they come." All kinds of bad stuff, and then the police come, thinking the worst. This guy's got explosives and everything, and you're just playing a freaking video game on Twitch or something. It's just crazy.
The thing about it is a word of advice. I thought about this. I was swatted also, just to let you know that, man, when my channel blew up. Yeah, I got swatted a while back ago. But I said to my friend, James, he introduced me to you, your channel, and now I'm subscribed to your channel. I've been following your streams now. And
cool.
he recommended me to have you on the show, and I was like, you know what? I need to contact you and get you here on the show. And I'm sorry if I ended your broadcast. I want to apologize. It was just...
that's okay. I can start it. I was pretty much done with this set. I'm at this the Marriott down here in Burbank. I was just the son of Monster Palooza, so I was pretty much wrapped up with this thing anyway. So I'm just sitting around, and I can start a new stream after this. No big deal.
Did you run into Cool Duder? Because I heard Cool Duder goes to those things oftenly.
Cool who?
Cool Duder, known as Sean C. Phillips.
I don't know who that is. I didn't.
He lives in California, because I know that you live in California, am I right?
Yeah, I usually stay around L.A.
Yeah. He actually lives in California also. He'd be a good guy for you to collaborate with if you ever want to. He doesn't do live streams, he does vlogs. Okay.
Yeah, the vlogs are cool. I was doing vlogs and just then film stuff, and then you got to go edit it. I mean, I like as a viewer, I'd much rather watch something that's polished and edited. I like watching my older stuff that's polished and edited, and I spent a lot of time. I think I made my first YouTube video in 2007, and it was just kind of a way to a portfolio for me to put my work and stuff out there that I just finished in some of my college classes doing video editing and After Effects stuff. And then I started, had an experience in radio. Then I was in this contest for MTV University, Who Wants to Be a VJ search. I ended up winning the contest from my school. And there was 10 different winners. So they went to 10 different schools, and then there was a semifinals. I made it to the top 5 out of 10,000 people that tried out for this thing, and I didn't win the whole thing. Some guy from a big fraternity in San Diego won, because he had 300 fraternity brothers, and you could vote as much as you want online. But they let me host a show for a couple of years, so that was neat. And cut my teeth and doing some interviewing stuff, and I always wanted to do that. So that was a dream come true at the time. And then I started doing my own show called The Josh McCutcheon Show, and it's on my other YouTube channel. Unfortunately, one night I was drunk, and someone told me to see if I could suck my toe as a joke, and I didn't really think about it. I was like, okay, I'll suck my toe. And then apparently I got they put a strike on my account for foot fetish. It was called a foot fetish / humiliation fetish or something is what they labeled it as, and they put a strike on my account, which I can still upload content, but I can't live stream from that account, so I had to create another account. But it's weird. The other account, I'd worked on that account. I'd had it since 2007. And I barely just finally got 1,000 subscribers after this Ice Poseidon stuff. Now I'm created this other account 2 months ago. I'm up to almost 6,000 subscribers. So it's growing exponentially. The more I stream, more people are finding out about my streams and stuff. So that's fun. It's exciting, but I've had to set up a lot of other things because of all the new people. There's a lot of a lot more harassment and stuff. So I've had to get this thing called Nightbot that it's all stuff I had to figure out. I was just kind of learning as I go with this stuff. But setting up Streamlabs, and it can get donations, and activates a little alert whenever somebody sends money. It's my PayPal or something, and then there's different alerts for different money. Oh, is that Rick Baker? Huge fan, Rick. Yeah, I'm just doing a video interview. That guy is a legend in special effects makeup. Worked with Stan Winston, and he's one of the old gurus of special effects makeup. That is very. He did a lot of Rick stuff with Clive Barker and Hellraiser, and just a ton of stuff. He's been on Face Off. That guy's like special effects makeup royalty right there.
That is awesome, dude. I can't believe that. That's a special honor just to have him featured in the background of your broadcast, dude.
Yeah, I mean, that Memphis Special Effects Convention, so he's a big special effects guy. That's his whole thing. So yeah, he's here too.
I hope I didn't take your chances away to meeting Rick Baker and just having an interview with him.
Oh, it's all good. I can maybe get an interview with. He's probably walking around doing stuff. He's probably staying at this hotel and probably gonna be here all night. He's helping oversee things being broke down. I don't know. I might talk to him after it's done. It's cool.
What's the future for your channel? I'm just curious.
Well, I want to start doing more sketch stuff and more scripted things, but I want to start trying to do some things where it's more scripted in a live stream kind of environment, which poses a lot of challenges because, I mean, with the filming stuff, when we're filming stuff and editing, by the time it's on YouTube, we're already long and gone from the location, but this live stream stuff, it poses problems because of all the callers and stuff. They really screw up a lot of things. I could do a lot more stuff if I didn't have these idiots calling places everywhere I go. But that's about the biggest hurdle, is just trying to figure out how to be able to film in places and do. I can get away with a lot more, under the radar, just my phone live streaming. Most places don't really. If I'm not making a big disturbance or whatever, they don't care. But when people call and make up stuff, that's when it fucks up everything. But I want to try to do more scripted stuff. I got this idea for this wrestling show I'm trying to put together. So I need to team up with a writer, and I want to also finish taking my courses at Upright Citizens Brigade. I need to take a couple more improv acting classes. I want to try to get on an acting house team, an improv team at that theater. So hopefully that'll work out. Something I've been wanting to do since 2007. I've already taken classes there, but I have to take a couple more to be able to audition for a Herald team. It's one of what they call the house teams there. So that's something I want to do, and just collaborate with more other creators, actors and writers and artists. Yes.
Now,
I want to go to a lot more conventions and this is my first year here, so I'm just learning new stuff. There's a ton of stuff that happened in the past year that I missed because I just found out about it too late. Or I'm excited too for next year. Whenever recreational cannabis is legal, I'll be able to. I've never had a medical card because I was like, why am I going to get a medical card in California? All this stuff like ID and all this stuff. If it's going to be legal in a few months, so that'll be cool. Go to some different cannabis conventions and get some free products and sample some of that stuff. I don't know.
Now you mentioned a wrestling show. What exactly? Are you a fan of professional wrestling, or what's this wrestling show entail?
I watched WWF a bunch back when I was a kid growing up and everything. I was interested in that till about I'd probably say 6th grade, junior high, something like that. Maybe 9th grade. Stone Cold Steve Austin came out when I was probably in I started getting big around when I was in 8th or 9th grade. I remember I was watching that some. I wasn't really so into it anymore then. I was more getting into girls and other stuff with my life, playing drums and music and stuff. But definitely like my tweens and early adolescent years, I definitely watched. And when I was a kid growing up, I watched a lot more when I was a kid growing up with some older kids that liked wrestling. So it's probably more when I was a kid that I watched it. But yeah, it's fun. Jake the Snake Roberts and Hacksaw Jim Duggan and British Bulldog and the Junkyard Dog and all those guys. Hulk Hogan. They had that. They even had that wrestling cartoon that had like Hulk Hogan and Ultimate Warrior and Roddy Piper. All the classics. Man.
I gotta say, I dig your shirt, by the way. It is truly an awesome shirt. I love that shirt, by the way.
Thanks, Tommy.
So
you're in North Carolina or South Carolina?
I'm in North Carolina. Black Mountain, North Carolina, to be exact. And I've been living here for a while. So, yeah.
You're not?
What?
You're not from there?
No, I'm actually from Orlando, Florida. Actually, I moved here around 2004, 2005. And I've been making videos ever since.
Why did you decide to move there instead of New York or Hollywood?
My parents moved here. They moved here, and I've just lived here ever since, and I've been making content. It's been my dream to go to Hollywood or New York, and I just haven't found the time or the money to properly move myself out there. I'm high-functioning autistic, and so I have some limits to... I push myself a lot.
You don't fly or something, right? You don't like to fly?
I do fly occasionally when I have to have the money to fly, so, I wish if I had sponsors or something like that, I'd love to be able to fly out to New York or fly out to California and do stuff.
Well, you might consider live streaming. You made a lot more money with live streaming than you do through the ad revenue through YouTube and stuff. That doesn't really add up to much. But the live streaming is a way to interact with your people live, and they donate. It goes straight to your PayPal, and you get the money. If you have a PayPal debit card, you can just access the money. It's the exact time they put it in there.
I'll definitely have to look into maybe getting some from like the company I'm with, my provider, and see about getting myself unlimited data so I can maybe do some live streams in the future.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I Verizon Unlimited, and it's really good.
Yeah, it's like isn't it like $40 a month?
I'm on a family plan, so it's $45 a month for unlimited, but I go through about 200 gigabytes a month or more, so it's a lot.
Most definitely, and I'll have to look into that at some point to do so I can go live. Like what Ice Poseidon does and Andy does and you do. I think I may try to do that at some point.
Yeah, it's fun. What's the picture you said? I know we're talking about wrestling, but you had a picture with you got a wrestling belt or something. What's that all about?
It's the World Heavyweight MTV's Made Comedy Central's Championship of the World, and I have been on Comedy Central. I've been on MTV's Made and Comedy Central, so I carry this belt. It's not exactly a duplicate belt, but it represents that I've been on to both of those products, and I've dominated on both of them.
That's cool.
Yes.
Nice.
And so.
What are some of your biggest, most successful? What was your first video that really took off and kind of got you some subscribers and some traction?
Well, it's the egg video was definitely one of those videos. Her eggs make me feel like Batman, and also the fedora, the unboxing of the fedora, which it was actually a Humberg. I was told, "That's a Humberg, you idiot!" in the comments, so I learned what a Humberg was after that point. So then the Leafy video was the video that blew up, was when I basically got targeted by Leafy, and all of his viewers came over and started sending me death threats, and I made a video saying I was going to quit, and H3H3 Phil DeFranco, Reddit blew up, and I was at the top of Reddit, and that's when my channel went up.
Oh wow,
Yeah, so
that's cool.
I've been kind of rocking the YouTube game for a while, and you know, YouTube's been kind of right now with the ad apocalypse. It's been kind of weird, you know. So what kind of device do you use? Do you use the like your phone, or do you use like the device that sometimes like
I use an S8, Samsung Galaxy S8.
Oh, okay. So you use that.
Yeah, I use that, and I have a selfie stick and my battery pack, and then I also have this little thing, a speaker that it turns on whenever people donate. It has, you know, different alerts and stuff. Like if someone donates $4.20, it says "smoke weed every day," and then people type in something, and then it has a text-to-speech thing where it says, you know, it'll read the comment like, "Hello, Josh. This is your mother. Like, hope things work out. I want a grandbaby." Or usually people just react to me when I'm like trying to talk to girls, like, "He lives in a van. He's a loser."
Oh,
shit like that.
Hey, folks, we also have live donations here also, just to let you know that, folks.
Yeah, I know. Super chat.
Yeah, we have Super Chat. If you do a Super Chat, it will pop up on here on the stream.
Are you doing a live stream right now?
Yeah, we're on a live stream right now. This is a live stream, dude.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Well, I can't really see, I don't really see it. I mean, I guess I just can't see it because I only see myself right now because of the OBS. And I have this mic there. It's actually just a mic from Walmart that was, well, originally these were $20, but they've came down in price. They're about $14.99 now. But there's this Pop Solo mic. I put tape on it so it doesn't say Pop Solo. But it just has a speaker on this side and a speaker on this side. I put electrical tape on it so it started falling apart and stuff. This is to protect it. But it has like a nice echo, like, "Welcome to Burger Planet! Senator, Monster Palooza. Pay for the whole seat, but you only need the edge."
James Worley was the guy that introduced me to you. He was showing me that at a store, and I didn't have the money at the time to purchase it, but he was showing it to me, and maybe at some point I'll go back and get me one of those mics.
Yeah, I mean, it's mostly good for like man on the street kind of stuff. I mean, if you're doing stuff at home, you can just put the audio effect on any regular mic. But, you know, it's just fun for being out and about to, like, you know, it's just a little gimmicky kind of thing. And then I put a little, just use some paracord at the bottom and put a little loop at the bottom so I can hook it onto my belt loop when I'm walking around and stuff so I don't have to carry it. But, yeah, just something fun. Most of the time, I use it some, but it's not even connected to my camera. It does make it, I think it makes where you can hear it a little bit better because the camera, that just makes your voice louder. The camera can pick it up better. That's just more something fun, really.
What time is it for you in California right now?
It's 7:13.
It is 10:13 here.
Oh, okay.
So I think you're ahead of me. I think you're if I don't know who's what or where. Jeez. So hey man, I have a segment on my show here where you can ask me one question and one impression if you want to throw in a question or an impersonation at me, and I'll do it.
Oh, do I ask you to do an impression or do I ask?
You could do an impression, or I could do an impression. You know, it's up to you. There's one question, one impression.
Oh, that's an impression. Right. Yeah, I can do a bunch of Looney Tune ones and like well, like I say now, that boy ain't got a lick of sense now.
Let me at him. I'm a chicken hawk. I can get him. Let me at him.
I'm the rootinest, tootinest. Well, all those voices were done by the same guy. So, his name's Mel Blanc. He's like the man of. There's a documentary on YouTube called "The Man of a Thousand Voices." It's really cool.
Wow.
I found out that one guy did like so many voices.
That's insane.
A lot of them are sort of similar. There's like little nuances, like Foghorn Leghorn's sort of similar to Yosemite Sam. They're like, it's just like Yosemite Sam's a little more gruffer. It's a little more raspier. Like I'm not rooting this tooting. Well, I say that boy. I mean, that boy ain't got a lick of sense. I'm not rooting this tooting this. I'm gonna get you, rabbit. Huh? Hey, this is my son.
Oh,
What impressions can you do?
I do the Joker sometimes. I do Elmo. I do Scarface. I could do the Godfather at times.
Which Joker are you talking about? Heath Ledger, Jack Nicholson,
Heath Ledger.
animated?
You mean this one?
hello, Patsy.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Mr. Keith.
Yeah, it's like the Mark Hamill Joker.
Yes. Here's Elmo. Just a second. Hey, I'm Elmo. Elmo loves you around. You want to hear Elmo turn into it?
Sure.
Hiya, Georgie. How you doing? You want your balloon back? You want your boat back? You do? There's popcorn. There's balloons. Oh, you have the donut? But don't you want your boat back? Oh, you do? Well, come on, Georgie. Here's the boat. Come on. We all float down here. We all float down here. You float down.
You okay, Tommy?
Yeah, I'm alright. I was just doing my impression of Elmo as it.
How many viewers do we have right now?
A second. Let me just take a look at that. Right now it's Scooch. We have at least 39 viewers right now watching the show.
Nice. That's awesome.
Yes. And
What do you want to be? What do you want to take? Where do you want to take your show in the next? I don't know. Where do you think your show is going to evolve to?
It's hard to say. It just depends on the guest I interview and the people that I talk with. And my goal is inspiration and inspiring people. I don't know if I've said this. I want to inspire children with autism to get on the internet and inspire. That's my goal. I have high functioning autism. I'm high functioning autistic. So my goal is to inspire children with autism and to get
There's
them on.
been a large number of spike in kids that have been diagnosed with autism. When there was like ADHD, there's like all the kids ADHD, 15 years ago. Now it's like everything, like autism is like a real big buzzword right now. It's like, oh, well, and then like, I don't know, some parents think it might be linked to some something to do with possibly like vaccinations or something. I don't know, but like a lot of kids, like, or maybe it's just around the age that they get vaccinated, like, 4 or 5 years old, then after the vaccinations, the parents are like, oh, and you didn't have these problems before the vaccination, like, I don't know. I'm not sure if there's a link or anything, but it's definitely scary. Like, I mean, especially kids that have like, they could have tremors or, what is it called? And like, some people can have what is it called when like they're like having a seizure or something? Is that something that you can have with autism too, or?
In certain degrees, if people have a problem with their brain or something like that, they have a certain thing about them. They have. I don't think all people with autism have seizures or anything like that. It goes back and forth with what the person has, and there's different.
Why do you think so many more people are being diagnosed with autism now than before? Are they just like seems like
it's hard to say because autism is it's genetic. It goes through the parent. It goes when I was adopted as a child. Apparently, my birth mother, and my birth father were autistic, as I hear, and so it was genetic. I think sometimes the parents maybe have something genetic. It goes through the DNA of just through the child, from parent to child.
What kind of how's that affected your life? Like, is that I don't know, like, do you have like tics, or there's certain things, or just like high levels of anxiety? Like, what kind of how has it affected you?
Well, honestly, I, as a child, I was fully autistic. I could not hold a pencil in my hand. I couldn't stand in one place at one time. I had to go to therapy, hold a pencil in my hand. But now since I have gone through all that treatment, the thing is, I can read some, but I cannot function with money a little bit. I can function with money a little bit, not all the way 100%. But if you put a book in front of me, I can't read it. But as that, I'm pretty well functioning as a person that I can get on the microphone, and memorization is not my top. Like, I can remember some things, and so it goes back and forth to what my disability. What is
it about money that's weird? What is that? Why is that? It's just the numbers, or what?
Yeah, it's kind of the numbers. I can, $100 is, 5 20s. I know that for a fact. But when it comes to adding up numbers and putting them together, I'm not that good at it.
I'm sorry to hear that.
No problem, man. And I deal with these. I kind of brush these struggles off. I leave those things behind, and I go forward, and I just pick up the microphone and just explode. That was me blowing into my microphone.
Yeah, I've seen that Leafy guy. He didn't only pick on you; he picked on some other people too. This guy, this other guy that does videos around here. I think his name's Wet something.
Yes, Wet Movie 1. He's actually my good friend.
Wet Movie 1.
Yeah, Brendan Mitchell. He's actually a really good friend of mine, by the way.
Yeah, I met him the other day. I ran into him a couple weeks ago on Hollywood Boulevard. He was really nice.
Yeah, he is a real nice guy, and he's really cool to collaborate if you ever do. He works with
He had a similar story about the same time that Leafy guy picked on him too for some reason, just calling people out and being a jerk, I guess.
Yeah, I stuck up for him, and then there was a problem with that because I didn't realize who the other person we were sticking up for. And then we kind of had to take the video down because my channel was getting hit hard with hate because we didn't realize who the other person was. But the main idea was I was trying to stick up for my friend for being attacked by Leafy also.
Why'd you take the video down? It was getting crazy. You could have just disabled deactivated comments.
Well, it was the sub numbers that people were like thinking I was supportive of this other person when I wasn't supportive of her. Because what she was doing is negative, and that was the deal. And I would have gone back and made another video, but it was kind of too late. My channel was getting hit hard by that video. And I kind of said we need it.
That stuff kind of died down within like a week or so.
Yeah, it dies down, but the thing was everything seems chill now with Brendan, and he seems like he's doing well. And I'm just happy to have you on my show. It's awesome to have you here on the show, the Tommy Talk show, and it's so awesome to have Burger Planet, you, honestly, here on my show. I really do appreciate it.
I was getting pretty depressed for a while. I was in Brooklyn, New York, and I lived in Brooklyn, New York for 8 years, and I hadn't uploaded any videos. I went really hard like 2008, like 2009 into 2010, and then I just kind of got burnt out on making my own videos, and then kind of went on a hiatus, and I didn't upload anything on YouTube. I think I might have uploaded one video like that whole next year or something like that. There was like a whole year I didn't upload anything, and then just started making some more content, and then started doing this live streaming thing on YouNow, and then started getting more motivated and making videos again, and having people that would encourage me to, oh yeah, man, we love your Josh McCutcheon show, man. You should make some more of those videos. So I made a few more last summer over at my parents' house because I didn't have a job at the time, and I was just kind of living at my parents' house and living off of my donations of like what a little bit I got, but then I made this video of me getting a bad haircut, and it was a live stream. It's called I called it Haircut from Hell after that on YouTube, and that was been my biggest video, and Taco Bell licensed it, so I made $1,200 off of that for being in a Taco Bell commercial. I guess I haven't seen it, but I guess it didn't air in my area or something. It didn't air very many times, but it was like, this is what happens when you don't have a quesalupa, and then it's like me crying, like, ah, ah, like something like that. I'm like, and then it's been on like True TV and Ridiculousness of both of those, and then it gets replayed on like some. They just do a buyout on those, so I don't get paid on when it replays, unfortunately, but. I don't think anyway, but I think I just only get paid whenever just the buyout to use it, which those was about $350 each for those other shows, which that would give me enough money to drive out west. And I was going to move in with my friend in Colorado who has a legal dispensary and, cultivation thing. And I was going to work with him and doing something with that. And then he I drove all the way to Colorado, and he just bailed on me. I was there for 10 days, and he didn't even text me back in like week and a half. So I was on some friend's couch from high school that I knew, luckily. And then they said, well, the couch, that somebody else was coming to stay, and I've been there a week and a half on their couch, da-da-da. They just, I guess, I don't know. They said someone else is coming. I don't know if they just made that up or what, but I chipped in and helped clean up the house and dishes and gave them money for groceries and stuff and helped cook one night. But I don't know. They probably just don't want someone on their couch forever. So I just decided, well, it's going to be getting cold here in the next couple months in Colorado if I'm living in my freaking van now. I was like, screw it. I've never been out west. I'll just go to California. So I was itching to get out to California, and I just, on a whim, was like, well, I'll drive through Denver one more time, see if I can get a hold of that other guy. If he doesn't hit me back, whatever, I'm just going to go live in California. So drove to Denver, didn't hear from him. Had like one beer at a place, and I was like, oh, I was going to check out Denver for like a week was my plan, then hopefully meet up with that guy. And then he just never hit me up. And then I started driving out of town. It was about 200 miles outside of Denver. And then he finally messaged me back, oh, I can meet up tomorrow. Sorry, I've been busy with stuff, da-da-da. And well, at this point I was like, do I drive another 3.5, 4 hours back to meet up with this guy when he's already screwed me over there another time, like a year or two ago. He flaked out on me again. That's why I was even at my parents', because I left from New York to go move out there with him, and then he just kind of left me high and dry. And then I guess it's all for the best. It gave me that extra nudge to go out and get out west, because I always wanted to live out west, but I was in New York, got all this stuff. And that gave me the extra. I lived with my parents for a year and a half. And then with that money from the Taco Bell thing, I just went from Colorado and drove out to California. And now I'm out here, and that's been good. Things are starting to pick up. That's exciting.
Pants now.
Yeah, I mean, things are starting to look out to me. I mean, on YouNow, I was only making about maybe $400 a month on a good month, like maybe $100 a week.
Wow.
I wasn't making very much, and now I'm making, $100 a day. Some days, Andy Milanakis was watching a couple days ago. He gave me $200 the other day. Said I had to get a hotel, but I was like, man, I can't afford to waste the money. I'd rather buy a mattress with it, because I need a mattress for my van.
So basically, you're kind of like in this circumstance. I live in a van down by the river.
I'm Matt Foley, and I live in a van down by the river. Yeah, he's almost like
drugs, and now I live in a van down by the river. Yeah.
I don't really live by the river, but I did live down by the ocean for, a few blocks away from, in Venice Beach, a few blocks away from the boardwalk and stuff down there. I came to Venice. I was like, my first spot I went to in California was like, oh, and go check out Echo Park and Silver Lake. That's the hipster area. So I went over there and hung out. I was like, okay, whatever. It didn't really seem like much going on. I was like, oh, I thought it was going to be a lot bigger, because I lived in Brooklyn, and there's a lot more stuff to do out there. But there's a lot of stuff I haven't done out here yet. And then I went to Venice after I just drove through Echo Park. I was there for a little bit. I'm going to go to the beach, go see the ocean. So I went to Venice Beach and lived out there for about 10 days. I actually ended up getting bed bugs from some bar out there that's like right across the street from a hostel. Had to deal with bed bugs and stuff. That sucked. And living in a van, getting bed bug bites and shit. Luckily, I got rid of those. And I put this stuff called Diamescus Earth. It's this powder. You put it all over your carpet and stuff. So I put that all over like everything and all the nooks and crannies and stuff, this powder. And it killed them. I got rid of all of them. Well, I guess it killed, when they touch it, it dries out their waxy bodies and dehydrates them and lacerates their waxy shell and kills them or something. But it worked. It took, they finally went away. You have to wash all your clothes multiple times and stuff. Oh, it's just it was awful. Getting all these bite mark welts and stuff. Every now and then I get mosquitoes and stuff. I'll hear one flying around my head or my ear, turn the flashlight on and try to smack it with my hands. But yeah, I got rid of those fucking, I know it was bed bugs too, because I actually found some adult ones, so I was like, I know for a fact it was. And that sucked. Oh god, I lived in New York and I'd heard about bed bugs. I thought at one point in New York, I thought I might have had them like the first year I was there, but I don't know, maybe it was just mosquitoes or something, I don't know. But then just went away. But yeah, I got rid of them, thank god. It was the worst. But the Diamescus Earth stuff, that worked really well. You got to wash all your clothes and as much stuff as you can in hot water, shoes and all that kind of stuff. Oh, it's a big pain in the ass. I get rid of a bunch of stuff. Ugh, horrible. So I was dealing with that, and I don't know, just trying to figure out where to park and try to find a place under the shade, because it gets really hot around 8 or 9 in the morning. If you're out in the sun, it's gonna get really hot, and by about 8:30 or something, it starts getting hot if you're not under the shade. So I always try to park around somewhere that's under some shade trees or something if you can find a place. It's always the best. And you got to find somewhere too if you got to take a poop or something late night. Usually a Denny's or something like that's good for like going to the bathroom late night. Something you can always find a Denny's in like any town, most places.
Denny's, one of my favorite restaurants.
I mean, there's gas stations and stuff too, but a lot of gas stations around too will be like they don't have the lobby open after midnight or after 1 or something like that. So they got like the little window or something, so they don't let you inside. So Denny's or some gas stations have a key or something, they'll let you use it, but then sometimes they won't let you use it at night because of all the people on drugs and partying and stuff. They don't want people to go OD in their bathroom and stuff late at night. But yeah, it's crazy. I mean, I live in my van though, so it's not too bad. There's a lot of people that have it a lot worse than me, so I just feel blessed that I have that.
Oh, that's awesome, man. And it's definitely an interesting journey, to go through some of the stuff that you've gone through, and now to get to where you are now. And folks, I want to say now, if you can, the link is in the description below, down below. Subscribe to Burger Planet's channel right now. He goes live every single day. I tried to
change my URL to something else and it wouldn't let me change it. That's why it's like a long string of numbers and letters. For some reason, I think I need to get on a laptop and do it because it wouldn't do it for my phone with Google Chrome and the desktop's page. Most stuff I can do at work on my phone through like Google Chrome and like a desktop version, but sometimes it doesn't work.
Yes. So give him a sub right now, folks. Give him a sub and send him going sky high. Check out his channel, Burger Planet.
Yeah, thanks. That'd be great. I mean, people will be watching this in the replays too a bunch, like you leave the interviews on your channel, right?
Yeah. Every interview I do, if it doesn't get deleted, like what I did with YMS accidentally and it got deleted, I want to punch myself in the face because I did that, but I'm good friends with YMS, so I can maybe get another interview with him, but Yeah,
I've had some that I like they got like blocked or something, so I was trying to it said you could replace the audio when I thought I was just replacing the segment of music that was like copyright infringement, but then it replaced the whole like 4-hour broadcast with just this with the fake copyright royalty free cheesy a 2.5 minute cheesy song. Like the whole video is just Yeah, I had to delete the video. Needless to say, but
Oh, okay.
Yes.
So, hey, man, I'm going to end off the show here, but I want to say thank you so much for coming on the show. And if you want to
Yeah.
stay on, we could talk a little bit after the show's over. Folks, check him out. He's Burger Planet. He goes live every single day. And check him out. There he is, bunch of burgers. He does not have Asperger's, folks. He has burgers on his shirt, okay?
yeah. Who knows? I think there's definitely something going. Maybe I just took too much acid.
It's for voice chat. Maybe it
Oops, sorry about that.
Oh, okay.
That was your turn.
Yeah, Tommy. Good luck, and if you ever come out west, dude, definitely look me up, cause yeah, and I want to link up with your friend Wet Movie too. That's neat. I'll tell him that I did an interview with you, and you know, you guys, I'm sure he'll be excited to hear from you too.
And also, you should definitely hook up with Sean, too, and Danny.
That-
Cinema
Oh yeah,
Soccer.
yeah. Hit me up about some extra people too. I want to. Yeah, if you know some other people I could collab with out here and stuff, that'd be great.
And you should really get a hold of H3H3 Productions. He'd be a good guy for you.
Are they out here?
Yeah, Ethan's out in California.
Oh wow. Well, I don't know them personally, but if you, I mean, I'm guessing it's kind of hard to get a hold of them. But if you know any ways to get a hold of them or something, or if
He
your friends
follows
on
me on
Facebook.
Twitter, but he doesn't talk to me that much. Ethan doesn't really talk to me that much. And so, you know, he lives out there. And if you send him a tweet, maybe they might follow you back.
That's cool. Good idea.
And so, thank you so much, folks, for watching the show. Check out Burger Planet, youtube.com/Burger Planet. The link's down in the description. Give him a sub.
Well, that's my main channel, but they has a link to my new channel and the videos on there.
Yes, I also paste the link down below. So, folks, as
Oh.
always, I'm keeping you on the inside fact. This is Burger Planet. I'm Tommy NC2010, and I'll see you on the next show.
All right, Tommy. Thanks so much for the interview. Have a great night.
You too, man.